Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes Reacts. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm Chris Rock from the Shrek movies.
Which thing part do you play? Donkey?
Donkey's arse.
Which
My voiceover for Eddie Murphy.
Which Shrek movies are those? Anyway, we are the Office Blokes. We've got a couple of other YouTube channels. One is a podcast, the other one is a try channel where we try stuff. You guessed it. We also have a Patreon page, social media, merch, all that good stuff. Click the link below and it'll take you where you need to go. Simple as that. Just do it.
Yeah.
And soon we're going to have super likes, was it, on the videos? Or super...
Something like that.
Something like that. None of us know. Anyway.
Super love.
Super glove love. That's what it is on all the videos. Right, speaking of glove love, Donald Glover. Like that for a segue.
Yeah.
I don't know who Donald Glover is.
Yeah, he was in the movies.
Was he Donkey in Shrek?
No, he was He was with Mel Gibson in them movies.
I was going to say. Yeah.
What were them films called?
Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon, yeah.
That's not Donald Glover.
It's his brother Danny.
Danny Glover. There you go. Are they actually brothers? Or
No,
just
I don't know. I'm taking a piss.
I don't know.
I am taking a piss.
It's worth saying.
Yeah.
I don't know who Donald Glover is.
No. Me
Do you?
neither.
No, I don't.
I've not heard of
Don't
it.
think so, no.
Right. So if we said anything offensive, it's not our fault. Anyway, let's get into it. It is Donald Glover. Why there are no crazy man stories. Don't know what he means by that.
I'm thinking what he means by it. In my opinion, I think when you tell a story, there's always a crazy woman. This crazy woman is never a crazy man.
Yeah.
In a relationship, is there? It's always the crazy woman. You should know.
How would I possibly know that? That's just...
Relationships are really hard. Like, it really broke my heart. Like, it's hard, but like, you know, it's just like, because there's so many things that you learn in a relationship, especially when you're really in love and stuff like that. I remember, guys, tell me if this ever happened to you. Like, you be in the bed, right, and you're with your girl, and you're sleeping, and all of a sudden, be like, ow! And she'd be like, I just had a dream where you were sleeping with another woman.
You lied, I so did I.
And you woke me up.
And you'd be like, so? She'd be like, explain yourself.
I've genuinely had that conversation.
Now,
Almost,
anybody else in the world, any other human being, you'd be like, oh, that person has mild schizophrenia, right? But because she's your girl and you love her, you'll be like, oh, well, you know me. That's all you can say. And no dude in the world can get away with that junk. No dude in your dudes. If your friend came up to you, you look at him like he was crazy. He was like, boom, hey, man, I had a dream where you were mean to me. Stepped on my foot and you ain't saying nothing. Also, you were holding a baby. And the baby had a very old face. And my teeth fell out, my feet were heavy, and my father was there. I did not see him, but I knew he was there. Watch your ass.
I like this guy.
Yeah,
I really like him.
He's good.
Yeah.
Got a good flow.
I've never seen him. I don't know how old this is,
Yeah.
but I've never seen him before.
No, I've not.
It looks relatively modern.
If my last name was Glover, I'd definitely call myself Donald G. Lover.
Oh yeah,
Wouldn't you?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's Donald Glover After Dark.
Donald G. Lover.
Yeah, he's great. Really enjoying
Yeah,
it.
good.
Also, like, with women, like, when I started listening to like, really listening once the breakup happened, listening to other women, like, I realized, like, every man in this room has a crazy woman story, you know? Like, every man in here is just like, oh, remember Christine? Christine was crazy. Christine was so crazy, remember? When I had my new girl, and Christine comes like, where that bitch at? I was like, Christine, what's going on? I got my new girl. Get out of here, Christine. Christine was crazy, right? Christine was crazy. Oh, memories.
Flashbacks for Dave.
Yeah. Sweating now.
I have had someone I broke up with start messaging someone that lives in Australia that is related to a friend of mine that I've not seen for like 10 years. Messaging
Wow.
her
Yeah.
For what?
fabricated this story in her head that she was coming back to leave her great life over there and to be with me. And I've not spoken to her for 10 years.
Oh, she accused you of that, you mean? She thought that's what was going on.
After the breakup, got in touch with this girl through Facebook and started having a go at her.
Crazy.
Wow,
That's
crazy.
Next level, isn't it?
Hey,
That's one of them where when I heard about it, I was like, what do you even do? What are you-
Just start talking to an Australian accent. That's what I'd do, like proper piss them off on it.
yeah.
G'day, bitch.
Yeah, just like calling her Sheila.
Or New Zealand, whatever.
Just like calling her Sheila, yeah.
Every dude in here has that story. And I was like, why don't women have crazy men stories? Like, why don't women have crazy men stories? I don't really hear them. And then I realized, I was like, oh, it's because if you got a crazy boyfriend, you gon' die.
Probably not wrong.
Just something about men. The second they realize they're crazy, it's like, time to kill everything I love. Time to kill it all. It's all coming with me. And you can hear a crazy like man story, but they're not fun like crazy women stories at all. Like they was just like, oh, remember Charlie? Charlie was so crazy. He used to come over and shoot my dog. And it was dead the first time, but he kept shooting it. Then I moved to Florida and he found me. Now I'm in this wheelchair. Oh, poor made-up lady. I heard some of them. I'm gonna say some outlandish stuff. I heard some of those oohs and ahs. They were like, oh, it's like poor made-up lady. Poor lady that Donald made up can't get up pretend steps. Because she's in a pretend wheelchair. But that's what that is. That's all about imagination and stuff like that. Because I'm a very imaginative person. I grew up like in a foster home. Like my parents were foster parents, and we had a lot of foster kids. And kids like go crazy. It's all about imagination and stuff like that. Like they're very emotional beings, you know, kids. I remember. You guys remember when the lights would go out in your school? Remember that? Like in the 3rd grade, like when the lights would go out, it'd be like, boom, and kids be like, ah! Kids just lose it. It wasn't even dark. It's like 2 p.m. Sunlight's coming through the window. Kids just like, ah! Ah! Like just like losing their minds. And the same junk would happen when there was a fire drill, and the principal would come on and tell you there was gonna be a fire drill. Like in 2 minutes there's gonna be a fire drill, and be like, ah! Craziness. Kids aren't thinking. We had a teacher named Mr. Brown, right? We had a teacher named Mr. Brown, and he was writing something on the board once. He was writing something on the board, and he farted. And you would have thought kids had seen the face of God. Kids weren't even laughing. They were just sitting there, they're like, just like screaming. Just screaming. Kids had to get carted out. Kids were screaming and crying. Like kids had to get carted out, and they were going to like the nurse's office. Kids are crying in the hallway. This is like, oh, this is our 9/11, and it was. It was.
We've got to remember to pause these sometimes, but I don't want to because his whole flow and everything about
his animation, everything about it is good. I like him. I like this guy.
Coming together really well, isn't it?
It's like, yeah, it's just there's other comedians that are similar flows and stuff, but a lot more aggressive. Yeah, if you know what I mean. Where he doesn't seem aggressive, he's just hilarious and very animated.
He's got a funny face. He's I'm gonna have to look more for this guy because I do like him, but I've never heard of him.
I've never heard of him.
He looks like a young guy as well.
He does,
he?
yeah.
He's
He does look young, yeah.
You know, compared to most comedians you see, normally, you know, a lot of the time they're in the 30s or at least, aren't they? But
yeah, I don't know how old this is.
He looks like in his 20s or something.
He's playing to a good-sized audience, isn't he?
Yeah, big crowd.
Yeah.
They're 9/11 because they never thought anything like that could ever happen. Kids were all in the hallways giving interviews. They're like, oh my God, I remember because I was talking to Bertram Harris and he said if my hand was bigger than my face, then I had AIDS. So I put my hand in front of my face and then he slammed it. It was a very funny joke. But then all of a sudden we heard this sound from the front of the room. And it was Mr. Brown. And then Johnny Seawright stood up and said, Mr. Brown browned his pants. And that was even funnier. My heart goes out to the parents of the children who smelt the fart. Because that's even funnier than hearing it. Is there a God? You know?
Yeah, I like that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it'd be thoughts and prayers with anyone who was affected by the
Absolutely,
by the
yeah.
Mr. Brown sound.
We had it last week. Pray for Mike.
Pray for Mike, we did. Hashtag pray for Mike was trending.
His hand was bigger than his face, apparently.
Those are why everyone's clapping at the doorway up our road.
Hand bigger than your face until Dave Chappelle gave you a little vial of red liquid. Cured you, didn't it?
So it's
right.
great there, you really are. It's great seeing someone new again, though.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely brilliant.
Someone
really
new
good.
that's obviously very popular and really funny. Really
That's what you want
good.
from comedy. If you're really funny, you're
We've
going to
still
go
got
somewhere.
we've still got loads to touch on with comedians.
Oh, we barely scratched the surface.
No,
Yeah,
no, I
hope
know,
so.
I know. Some good ones out there, and but we'd like to see the new young ones as well coming through.
Yeah.
So,
Definitely.
don't know how old he
Definitely,
is,
yeah.
but like I say, I've never heard of him before, so
Same
it's nice
here,
to see a new comedian for me.
Yeah.
I reckon mid-20s.
I'd
Looking
say
at
that.
him,
Look
like
like it,
24,
yeah.
25.
I'd say so, yeah.
And I think that's pretty modern as well.
Yeah.
So,
Like I say, great delivery, great flow. Just I just loved all the stuff he was doing, mannerisms, the faces, his bullying, the full lot.
it's quite like doing a bit about a teacher farting is actually on paper quite a tame bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
But just the way he did it, he really found funny. I mean, it's a funny premise anyway, but he really developed it and made it.
Yeah, that's a comedy though, isn't it? That's, the way you do develop certain, instances and happenings,
It's making imaginary true stories imaginative, and using imagination to get there. When you said about a
so
crazy
you bring
guy,
past experiences, you can sort of relate to it again, which we've talked about quite a lot, haven't we? Relating to
I don't think I've ever had a
situations.
teacher fart at the front of the classroom that I've noticed.
No.
Because I think I'd still be
But
talking
going off
about
that,
it to this day.
You think about some teachers and you think, I wish they had done it, don't you? Or
Oh
if they
my
hadn't
God, yeah.
done it, I mean...
Yeah.
who's that one Dave Chappelle plays when he comes in as a crackhead, takes a shit in the bucket?
Oh,
Tyrone Bigham.
Tyrone Biggums. Yeah.
That beats the teacher farting.
Yeah.
Crackhead taking a shit.
True. True, yeah.
Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that too. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the bell, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers. Guys.